Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern Ned Reynolds in the studio. Back to work. It's Monday, and the Big Birds are down here to face off with the Springfield Cardinals. I know you're going to the game. Should be a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. It always is. This is the fifth time that St. Louis will have paid a visit down here to Springfield, but their seventh game. You might remember the first two in 2005 and 2008 were back-to-back. They played in consecutive days, so two games there. But since then, 2012 and 2018 were both single games, as will tonight's. So this is the fifth visit in 7 games, and the Big Cardinals will finish it up. This is the end of their spring training as of tonight. Then they go home to St. Louis to open up the season on Thursday against the Tampa Bay Rays at Busch Stadium. Hey, baseball and spring is here.
Yeah, I was on the river yesterday, and spring is definitely here, even though that cold front came in last night. It was a beautiful weekend. Royals, they are opening their season on the road this week, right?
They do indeed. They open on Friday, and as a matter of fact, the Royals are also playing tonight and tomorrow afternoon, but they have broken camp down in Surprise, Arizona. The Royals will go to Globe Life Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and play their division rival, the Texas Rangers, and they'll play them tonight and tomorrow afternoon, then take the next couple of days off to travel to Atlanta and open up with the Braves on a Friday night. So the Kansas City Royals, who are a very good team, are figuring in a big year. And let's just see if that doesn't happen now. Cardinals open up on Thursday. The Royals open up on Friday.
And where was the golf played this weekend?
This was the Valspar tournament. It's played down at Palm Harbor, Florida. And I love this. It's on the Copperhead course. Great. Doesn't that really bode a lot of confidence in you, the Copperhead? Anyway, that's beside the point. Matt Fitzpatrick was the winner. He pockets a check of $1,600,000. He birdied the 72nd hole, the final hole of the tournament, to win it by 1 stroke, broke a tie, and Fitzpatrick gets the win. That's the Valspar tournament, tournament, and they played it in Florida, and it is now history, and now it's on. Incidentally, that's the last golf tournament in Florida. From here on in, they go to Texas and Louisiana, and then eventually to Augusta, Georgia for the Masters.
So if you would have taken Ned's advice at the beginning of the NCAA tournament and went with his big pick, Florida, you would not be in a good place right now.
You
with your
would
bracket.
not be. You would be out. Florida, a big surprise last night. Loses to Iowa. 3-point shot with 4 seconds remaining in the game. Won it for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Prior to that, if you were looking for gut-wrenching excitement, Kansas and St. John's really put on a great show with St. John's winning it in the closing seconds at the buzzer, as a matter of fact. And Kentucky and Santa Clara with a couple of 3-point shots by each team with about 4 seconds remaining. Hey, some pretty good competition, but for the most part, the tournament has remained intact as far as the brackets are concerned. But now the Sweet 16 has been established. And in the East, and they will play these games in Washington, D.C., St. John's will play Duke, and Michigan State plays Connecticut. In the Midwest region, which is being played in Chicago, Alabama, Michigan. Oh, that'll be a dandy game, as will Tennessee and Iowa State. The Western Regional is being played out in San Jose, California, and here's one of the best games of that region, Arkansas and Arizona. Won't that be a dandy? And then Illinois and Houston. That'll be another great game. These are 4. That may be the best of all the regions. The San Jose, that's the Western Regional. And then the South Regional is being played in Houston, Iowa, and Nebraska. Now, how about that for a matchup? Iowa and Nebraska. It's only the 3rd time they played this year. Their arch rivals are both in the Big Ten Conference. Of the 3 games, or the 2 games they played, each team has won on its home court. Well, now they aren't playing on the home court. They're playing neutral in Houston, Iowa, Nebraska, 3rd meeting, and these are bitter rivals. The other game is Texas and Purdue, and you have to think playing in Houston that the Texas Longhorns would have a home court advantage, but we'll find out.
And I know I was giving you crap about picking Florida to win. I picked them to go to the Final Four, so I didn't do a whole much better. What happened with the Prep State Basketball Championships, Celeste?
Well, we get 3 state titles from down here in southwest and south central Missouri. Bunker won the boys Class 1. Now, Bunker is in the Far East sector of our listening community, and Bunker, a very good team, coached by Rod Gorman, the former coach assistant coach at Drury and then head coach at Logan Rogersville, so many years. He's the coach at Bunker, won the Class State title. Stratford in girls Class 4, their 6th title, their first since 2020, and a great win it was for them. And Logan Rogersville won the boys Class 4 title in convincing fashion for both. Stratford beat Donovan 75-55, and the Logan Rogersville Wildcats smashed Clayton 72-36. So that was it for the state championships, and that's pretty doggone good, too. Incidentally, there was also some college baseball, and we'll talk very briefly about that, too. The Bears were looking for a sweep when they played Middle Tennessee State. Got it yesterday, 10-9. Oh, my. Drury had 4 games at Illinois Springfield, lost 3 of them, did win the final game, so that does help.
Man, busy weekend. As if you needed anything else to do, there was also a NASCAR race.
And who should win? For the 4th time, Tyler Reddick comes from behind and wins the race at Darlington, South Carolina, held off Brad Keselowski down the stretch, and Tyler Reddick, for the 4th time this year, he won the first 3 straight, and then took a couple of weeks off. He didn't really, he was racing, but comes back and wins this one in Darlington, South Carolina. Reddick is having himself a great start to the 2026 season.
Ned, you have a great start to your week, and I will see you tomorrow.